Are you a deviant? You know, like those of us who binge watch serial killer programs, laugh at the stupid shit people do, and revel in anything adult? Well, you found your people. Join us as we crack open the door to the padded cell and release the insanely stupid, the weirdly wonderful, and those who choose to live outside societal norms. We'll delve into the strange, the macabre, the sexy, and the outrageous. So, if you're a deviant, then you have your place with us in the padded cell. Hello and welcome to episode 94 of the Padded Cell Podcast. Do you know what we haven't done for fucking ages? When I'm on Facebook 2 seconds, I've said, well, we haven't said who we are. For all the new people out there.
Oh, God, yeah.
Obviously not the new people over on YouTube because they're all Patreons, but you know. I'm Vicky.
I'm Ryan.
Mr. G.
Oh, Mr. G, yeah.
Or Lady C.
Yeah. Yeah.
We haven't done that for absolutely ages, introduced ourselves. And we get new people all the time,
Sorry,
watching and listening. And not all of them read the blurb, because some people, on Facey and that, they'll go, who's the fella that does this with you? He's dead awesome. And then I give them a little link to your OnlyFans that you're doing nothing with.
Hey, it's coming back. I might be taking it on a new direction.
Oh, might you? Ooh, Mr. G. Rye might be relaunching his OnlyFans with new content.
So, yeah, a bit of like DS coaching or, you know, sort of like online dominant sort of thing. I seen a bit of taste of that and I was like, do you know what? It's a bit of me, that.
Yeah, definitely a bit of you.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'll have
a little look when you get it launched.
So if you want a little weekly WhatsApp domin.
Okay, so is there going to be willies in this?
There could be.
Your willy or the other person's willy or just any willy?
Yeah.
You just get your willy out?
Yeah, I can do that, yeah.
Okay, and this is on OnlyFans?
Yes.
Okay, so Ryan's going to get his willy out on OnlyFans. When's this going to be?
I mean, it's on there.
No, okay. So your willy's already on OnlyFans.
Yes.
But the new willy content, when do we expect this to be released?
Well, there's content night tomorrow.
Oh, so it's imminent. There's imminent willy. There's imminent willy. Okay. And is your willy going to be in your hand? Are you just going to be helicoptering it around?
Yeah. I can get 3 foot off the floor now.
Can you? Well,
yeah.
done.
Yeah, from stationary.
Wow, I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so I'll put your OnlyFans link on Facey.
Oh, God.
Now that I've sold you to the hells of Facebook.
I'll make a couple of clips.
Oh, no.
I thought you were getting involved then, Dylan. When you said, I'll make a couple of clips, I'm like, Dylan's going to get involved in your OnlyFans.
Come and get involved.
Dylan's going to piggyback on your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
He's going to willy shame you.
What's the fucking crack? Somebody order a fucking pizza.
I'll show you my
Do you know what? Oh, my God. Right, we're talking about willies already and we're like 2 minutes in.
There,
I know, yeah. So we're going live at, well, what is it now? 5:25 at night, and it feels really weird. Rather than being morning.
We're going to walk out of here and be like, where the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, when you go in the pictures.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be like. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think it's mad. We've done this in the morning before, and we've had a beer. But we haven't got a beer now. I'm like, it's a beer o'clock, and we haven't got a beer.
Fucking shite.
You haven't got any beers, have you? Have you got a secret stash?
You got a beer?
I shan't be long.
Okay, so I won't do anything that needs production while you're out. I'll be good.
With fingers on lips till you get back.
Dylan is going to get us a beer. He's got a hidden stash of beer. Right, so I feel like I'm a naughty kid in the classroom because Rye and I are in the studio with no producer.
And the teacher's
I feel like I just want to go with me top and everything.
I want to sit in his chair.
Right, so Rye is going to go and sit in the chair. I'm just going to turn you around. Hang on.
Oh my God, I can hear me.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah. So for those over on YouTube, I'm really sorry that you can't see this. But Rye's now sitting in Dylan's chair with the headphones on, but he's not pressing anything.
I'm not pressing. No.
Don't press anything.
No.
So, okay, so while Rye is our sort of producer for now, I'll just carry on my own.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for my birthday wishes.
Happy birthday.
I got absolutely loads and it was so humbling. Obviously, I got happy birthday messages on Patreon and stuff. But on Facebook, I mean, we've got 142,000 followers on Facebook now. And I kid you not, we were literally for about 3 days, I was getting messages from all over the world wishing me happy birthday. It was great.
Oh shit! Hello.
Raya's not touching anything.
No.
Shit. Hey, you can hear loads in them, can't you?
Yeah,
He didn't touch any buttons whatsoever. He was just sitting in your chair keeping it warm. Thank you very
Oh
much.
my, San Miguel as well.
Ah.
Fucking cheers. Get it in. You're a good lad, you know, Dylan.
You're very
Oh,
welcome.
fucking hell. Happy 5:30. Do you know what? It's a hair of the dog from the party the other night. So because it was my first 50th, I was talking about that. So thank you everybody for the birthday wishes. Honestly, getting birthday wishes from like the other side of the world, it's unreal. And people genuinely saying, Vic, happy birthday, deserve to have the best day, really enjoy everything that you do. And I'm like, I don't even know you, but I want to give you a little hug. People taking the time out of the day. It's only 10 seconds to actually put Vicky in it as well. You know, my actual name, not just happy birthday. And put a little message on there. I'm like, fucking great that. Anyway, we had a party on Sunday, didn't we? It was a staff party.
Staff party.
It was also my 50th. And so I piggybacked on. I wasn't really my 50th party, but, you know, any excuse. And we had a few to drink, didn't we?
A lot.
We had a few to drink every 5 minutes. We had shots.
That's the way of putting it, yeah.
Didn't we? We had shots. I got a little slurp of me. San Miguel.
Yeah, pink Sambuca, wasn't it?
Pink Sambuca, Fireball, Baby Guinness.
Do you know what there wasn't any of this time? People's fucking homemade rocket fuel.
Oh, that Hungarian stuff. Palinka.
What's it called? Oh.
So we've got friends from Hungary, and they come over with this bottle of rocket fuel.
It's like poutine.
Yeah, it's like poutine, but it tastes vile. I mean, poutine is not a nice taste. It's just like the strongest vodka ever. Whereas Palinka, it's got this other taste to it.
Yeah.
It's like you're drinking acid.
It's a paint stripper.
And I swear to God, I'm never going to drink it ever again, because without fail, every single time I lose at least an hour or two of my life. I can't remember anything.
See, I can't say no to a shot.
I can say no to Palinka. It's not good. I'm
So
never doing it again.
It's a shot
And the
of
next
Palinka.
day isn't great. My body's like, don't ever do that again.
A shot of chloroform. Go on.
Yeah. So we had a great party. I got pissed. And this is a little hair of the dog, because 2 days on, and I'm still feeling a little bit
A bit ropey. Yeah.
a bit tired and a bit worse for wear. Right, what's everyone saying over on the tube of you?
Stacey's saying, I so want to drink with y'all.
Oh, Stacey.
Get over.
Oh, Stacey wants to have a little drink. Well, do you know what? Wherever you are around the world, wherever you are, even if you're on the bus and you've got a can of Diet Coke, raise it. You're having a drink with us because you're on camera with us. Cheers, Sancha. Get your fucking drink in your hand, knobhead. I've just said, everybody, where are you? Get your drink in your hand, and you're sitting there looking at me.
I wasn't listening.
So Rai wasn't listening to me. I'm glad you're listening to me, everybody out there. It wouldn't be a show otherwise, would it? Dear God. You haven't had a proper beer yet, either.
What?
You haven't had a proper drink.
It comes out today. It's gassy, you know.
Oh, it's not another burpy one, is it?
Yeah. I'd say
The cause is bad.
I'd say it's worse than cause.
The cause is bad. Right, so the other thing that's happened to me, on my actual birthday itself, we had a few little plans. And then the day after, I was supposed to be going zip lining, the longest, fastest zip line
Zip
thing.
World.
Yeah.
What is that what it's called, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm actually going in a couple of weeks now. The reason why I couldn't go is because something happened to me a couple of days before. So we're in the UK here, obviously, and you don't think that you're going to be bitten by something in the UK that is going to have a detrimental effect and get in the way of your birthday celebrations. But I did. I was in the garden doing a few bits, and I saw something on my leg, flicked it off, didn't think anything of it. Later that night, I was like, I've got a mosquito bite on my ankle. And then my ankle went dun, 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 dun. It went massive. Itchy. Next day, I was like, doesn't look like a mosquito bite there. Anyway, went and got seen. I had a spider bite. So I got bit by a false widow spider just in time for your 50th birthday. Because why not? Yeah. Why not? There's always a drama. And I've got a picture of my foot.
That was your foot?
Yeah. So you're not going to believe this. So people over on Facebook, I'll stick a picture on Facebook. It's sick, but you're all sick anyway, aren't you? So this is me foot 3 days in. The fucking size of it. It's like an elephant foot. I mean, you're laughing, but it was really painful. pain and discomfort.
Godzilla's foot.
It is huge. It's like a trotter.
Why did it go that big?
So look at the colour of it and everything. It's a funny colour.
It's the other foot in the back.
That's just a slipper. That's just a slipper.
There's no way you got... Did you get the upper slipper on?
No, I couldn't get my slipper on. No, it was huge. So,
Just cutting about
false
with one
widow
slipper.
spiders. If you're in the UK, they do give a bite and they have got a venom, but generally doesn't affect you at all. So, I don't want to scare everybody. But certain people can react to them. And, you know, the gods of spiders said Vic's nearly 50. So do you know what? Let's infect this one.
Yeah,
because it'll just put a span in the works for a birthday. But it didn't. It was fine. I still had a lovely, lovely birthday. I had a massive foot. And I had to put a Doc Marten on, which was barely laced. I was trying to walk around with a dragging my leg behind me. Full of birthday cheer. I was like, oh man, it was sore. So, false widows, you haven't got to do anything different. If you get a bite, it probably won't do nothing. But if you start getting a swelling, you might need antibiotics. I had antibiotics for 5 days,
yeah.
4 a day for 5 days. Come back, fucker. I'm really glad that you find my misfortune so funny.
It's a good job you don't live in a flat, innit? You fucking downstairs neighbours. Fuck what she banged them for.
Stop putting it up on the screen. Dylan's put it on the screen about 3 times now, you fucking sadist.
Just flash it up intermittently.
3 podcasts later.
I know.
still just-
Yeah. So when the conversation runs dry, Dylan's just going to flash a picture of my manky foot.
Fucking hell.
Wow. Anyway, right then. So, how long have we been on? Stop flashing up! Right, I tell you what, keep it flashed up. I'm actually going to show the people on Facebook on my screen.
Oh my God.
Because you're missing out. It's dead funny. I know.
Oh, it's fucking brilliant.
It's about the 4th time now Dylan's flashed it up.
I'll just keep it on the big TV for use.
Okay. Right, so it needs to be on the, can you put it on the YouTube screen so I can show the face you lost?
It takes a little
Oh, does it?
second. So
There's a little bit of a delay.
Oh my God.
What did the people over on Facebook say about me? It's done it again.
yeah.
Right, so for those over on Facebook, this has been I don't think you're going to be able to see it properly.
Fuck's sake, there's nowhere I can't see it. It's fucking everywhere. It's on the TV, it's on my phone. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so if you hear us laughing intermittently, is it because Dylan just randomly flashed up my foot again?
I'm done.
Right then, so before we move on, I'm going to ask for some help from everybody. I'm going to do it now while you're all on Facebook. Oh, someone from Switzerland, are you? So, as you all know, we've been going now for nearly 2 years, you know. It's 2 years in September. Yeah. And as you know, I am of the opinion that I don't ever want adverts or sponsors or anything like that that's going to get in the way of your listening pleasure.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be said and led by sponsors because some of them, they'll say, yeah, we'll sponsor you and we'll give you all this, but you need to do this. How's these adverts?
Yeah.
You can't say cunt. I'm on Facebook. You can't say C-U-N-T.
Yeah.
And, you know, they have a bit of a say in your content. Not all of them, but the good ones that, you know, give you a bit of wonga.
Yeah.
They want
the
some
ones
say.
you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, this is ours. We're not going to be said and led just because you're throwing a few quid at us. We're going to stay true to ourselves because all the fans will fuck off and leave otherwise. And I want to keep you.
Well, you've done it to other podcasts, haven't you?
I fucked loads of podcasts off now. One of my favourite ones the other day, right? I'm not going to say who it was because it's unfair because it's still a good podcast. It's just pissing me off. 35 minutes in, 4 advert breaks.
Oh.
4. And in the end I went, do you know what, guys? And I actually unfollowed them. It was that bad because the past few, I'm like, oh, I love your content, but now it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
So I never, ever want you guys to feel like that. So when you watch or listen to our podcasts, obviously you guys know, you don't get adverts at the beginning and in the middle. We don't throw sponsorships out there. But it's an expensive thing to do, podcasting. We're not backed by anybody. We're an independent podcast. So basically we pay for everything. Everything. All the things that we do outside of here as well, we do everything. And it's fine. But we want to stay. We want to be around for as long as you want us to be around. Obviously our Patreons help us out, which is brilliant. Thank you so much. Yeah. And without you guys, I don't know whether we would actually still be here, to be honest, because what you help us out with, it pays for a good third, which is amazing. So thank you, if not more, actually. But we need some help. So my, what are you laughing at? Something's about my foot again.
Cheeky Luna's put new drinking game. Drink when the spider foot shows.
Oh yeah. There you go. I need more beer. Anyway, I was on one then. You disturbed me. So, what I'm asking, we've got 142,000 followers on Facebook, and we've got loads of fans. What I'm asking, I'm going to put a link out there, GoFundMe link, and I'm going to ask everybody, just donate £1 or $1 or €1 or wherever your currency is, wherever you are, just £1. That's it. And if everybody did that, which I know you're not going to, but yeah, even half,
Yeah.
that would secure us going forward until such a time where we do make enough money elsewhere to keep it going.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying that we'll go anywhere anytime soon, but times are hard. It'd be really nice to get a little bit of help. So I'm going to put a GoFundMe out there. I'm actually going to put the link on YouTube now. I'll stick it on Facebook as well in a minute, and share it with your friends and stuff. Cause it is just £1, and I don't expect you to give anything else after that. Just £1. I'd be really, really, really appreciative. Thank you very much indeed. Anyway, we're going to move on. Oh, hang on. I'll give the link.
That'd be handy.
It would be handy, wouldn't it? How long have we been going, please?
We started let me just double check. 16 minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh, do you know, I'll keep Facey on just a little bit longer. I've actually went to type in Facebook to do this. I went, Facey.
It'd probably still come up.
It probably was. It knows my language. Anyway, everybody okay over there on YouTube while I'm
Yeah.
doing this? Anything being said at all?
Melanie said in the chat here, can we select a different amount to give on Patreon if they wanted to?
Yeah, they can
okay.
do, but I never ask for it.
Yeah.
It's people's choice at the
So
end
what,
of the
you
day.
can pay higher on
Yeah.
Patreon if you...
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
get it,
Patreon's £3.50, but people can choose to pay a higher amount if they want to.
I get you.
Yeah. And for those over on Facey, if you want to carry on with this episode, you can join us over on Patreon. It's £3.50 a month, and you get all of our back catalogue. I don't know, 20-something episodes you wouldn't have seen on there.
We're doing a special after this.
We're doing a special directly after this as well. So if you join Patreon now, you'll see the rest of this episode live, and we're going to be recording an additional Patreon live, and the Patreons are going to be part of that live on YouTube. So if you want to, head over there, patreon.com/Padded Cell Podcast. And I was going to keep you around, but that's probably about 20 minutes now. So no, go to Patreon.
Love you, bye.
So thank you very much, everybody over on Facebook. Happy Tuesday from me and my San Miguel. Mwah. Right.
We're in.
Always feels a bit more relaxed when Facebook go.
I know. So it's like the shackles are off, innit?
Yeah. Right then. So on this day in 1944, so it's the 1st of July, 1944. I'm talking about now. Over 2,500 people were killed by doodlebugs in one night. Do you know what a doodlebug is?
No.
Don't you? Have you heard of the doodlebug?
Yeah.
So some people call a doodlebug a dance. It's a dance in wartime, but it's also a type of bomb. I'm really surprised you weren't like with your
Yeah.
military knowledge.
I
and all
thought
that.
it was, but I couldn't.
So the reason I want to bring it up
sure.
very quick is because we all have memories, don't we, of our grandparents telling us stories.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you guys, but I love talking to old people.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm sort of kind of old people anyway now myself, but people who've lived a long life, 80s, and they've got all these stories. And before they go completely doolally, I just love sitting with a cup of tea and a biscuit.
Yeah.
Just tell me stuff.
Yeah.
Just tell me random shit about your life.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work in nursing homes sometimes, and some of the other HCAs, they'd be just having a smoke and all that. I wouldn't. I'd have my cup of tea and sit in some of the rooms, if they wanted me to. Obviously, I'm not forcing myself on people. That sounds really bad. You know what I mean? And I'd just be like, right, go on, tell me a story.
Yeah.
And some of the things he came out with, my aunt was a really great storyteller, and I think possibly that's where I get my storytelling skills from.
Yeah, probably the same.
Yeah. So, doodlebugs, they were a bomb that were created by the Germans, and they were part of this blanket campaign, bombing campaign across London and the southeast at this time, but they did come up north.
Yeah.
And they were jet engine warheads, basically. So they had their own engine. They were self-propelled. And they would be set to fly a certain distance and then just randomly drop.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter. They were indiscriminate where they dropped. And 2,500 people on this particular night on the 1st of July, which was when these things were first launched. They were also called V1s, but people called them doodle bugs.
Yeah.
2,500 people that they know about, and terrible, terrible devastation. One of these doodle bugs actually on this night overshot London completely, went to Watford. Watford did fair fucking whack. And not somewhere I don't think the Germans would have targeted ordinarily. There's nothing there really to target.
Too far.
Yeah. There's so much damage from these things. But my nan, when war broke out, I think she was probably only about 9. And she was evacuated. She said it was like miles and miles. It wasn't. It was only Northwich, but as a small child, it felt like miles away.
Probably, yeah.
And she missed home a lot. Her and her sister and her mum missed them and everything. But she said, no, you've got to stay. Anyway, she tried to run away. And her mum in the end said, it's too dangerous if you're going to start running away. Just come home. But you need to know that, we're getting bombed. Anyway, there's this thing called the May Blitz that my nan always talked about right up until she died. And she remembers sitting under the stairs with her sister, her dad wasn't there, and her mum. And she said, I remember hearing all these bombs going off, and then it was dead silent. And then all of a sudden, you could hear like this, and then it stopped. And then a whistle, bang. And she's like, oh God, Mum, it's the doodle bugs. They've come up here.
Yeah.
And she said there was one in particular, and she said it was so close. She said I was terrified, I was literally shaking. She said when people say your knees are knocking with fear, I never really thought, but it does happen. She said she was really, really, really afraid, and she said she heard it. And it was so close, and she said she was just hugging her mum like no. Anyway, fucking big bang, and it was in the next street. So the houses backed onto each other with an entry in between. House in the next street completely flattened. So it wasn't that far. And she had all these amazing memories, but she said at that time, since then, she's never been as frightened as she was listening to these V1s dropping.
Yeah, no matter.
Because it was so indiscriminate.
Yeah.
And where she lived in Liverpool is a place called the Dingle, which is right by the Docklands.
Yeah.
There used to be the overhead railway there and stuff. And so they were getting targeted because they were right by the docks. And so it was just horrendous. But, my nan lived until she was 84. To tell all those stories.
Boss.
And she had all of her marbles right until the very end. And sometimes when she was in hospital, when she was really sore, in a lot of pain, I'd say, Nan, tell me about that time when blah, 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 blah. And she'd go, ooh, yeah, and she'd start telling me. I just take her mind off things a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you've got old people in your life, talk to them, have conversations and learn, because they've had some amazing experiences in their very long lives, and it's good to remember people through those stories.
Yeah, I sold a woman a car to an old couple, and then got on with them.
Sold a woman to a car.
Yeah, I probably could. But got on with them. Said, well, and they were the same. They just love sharing stories. They only had each other.
Yeah.
And sold them the car. Gave them a follow-up call, and he said, "Oh, do you know what? We'll pop in." And he fucking popped in, cup of coffee, sat there for 2 hours just having a chat. Yeah.
I love listening to older people talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, so doodle bugs. Must have been very, very frightening at the time.
Must have been shit, because you probably never heard a noise like that, I suppose, have you?
No, not at all. And she'd heard about it,
and
obviously I hadn't seen it firsthand. Apparently the next day, she said her mum went out, and there's still dust everywhere, and the air was really hot.
Fuck.
Really hot with it all, yeah. Okay, so also on this day in 1961, Princess Diana was born.
Oh.
What year did she die?
I'm going to go.
You were born?
Does it start with 19 or 20?
19.
Okay.
Just?
99.
97.
97.
Yeah. So you were born just.
Yeah, I was 6.
So you probably won't remember, will you?
I remember it just because my mum and my nan was so fucking, oh my God.
But you weren't old enough for it to affect you?
No.
So I'm not I keep saying I'm not a big royalist. I've said previously, haven't I, that there's definitely a place for them. But I think where Diana is concerned, it didn't really matter whether she was royal or not or whatever. She just touched people's hearts, didn't she? I'm not going to go into it. We all know about Diana. We've all got our own feelings about it. But, you know, her life was cut short, wasn't it? It's a real shame. And, you know, when you think about what actually happened to her in the end, it wasn't a great end for somebody so magnificent, really. You know, with all the things that she did.
Yeah.
And like I say, royal or not, she did quite a lot of good things with her time, you know. And she came across as somebody with a lot of integrity and grace. And to think that somebody can just be snuffed out like that in an accident. I remember when it happened, and it was just weird the next day walking around. People were like just a bit quiet in general, really. It was quite odd. Right, before I carry on, do you have a box of your finest tissues, please?
Oh, I should do.
I need to give me nose a little wipe.
Moment.
Thank you.
But yeah, she was like a person of the people, weren't she?
Yeah.
Diana.
I think that's the point. Even though she obviously came from upper classes, which she did.
Yeah.
She wasn't a royal, but she came from aristocrat circles.
Yeah.
People could still relate to her.
Yeah.
And she was just so maternal with her boys. I think mothers related to her and how good she was with them. So it didn't really matter whether she was a royal or not. I think that's why her dying touched so many people. What are people saying over on YouTube about Diana? Anything?
There
we are.
Yeah, Melanie's saying her work aids and landmines.
Yeah.
It was shocking, like how on earth could it happen? And there's people still talking about war stories as well. Yeah.
So I'm just reading some of the things there people are saying about their grandparents.
Yeah.
And all the little memories and the things that they've been told. There's lots here, isn't there? Lots of granddads being mentioned here. Thanks for sharing that, guys.
Yeah. My nan was born in 46.
Was she?
So
mine was 28.
Skipped it all.
1928. Actually, was it 28? Should have been older than that, wasn't she, in the war then?
Yeah.
It must have been after that. Can't do my maths.
Yeah.
But yeah, grandparents hold a real special place in your heart.
They grew up in a rough time, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can't say when I'm a nana, I can say I grew up in a rough time. Although it feels rough sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is your finest toilet roll.
I split off a bit, so it's a bit easier for you.
Thank you so much. That's
and a toilet roll holder on the desk. Yeah.
Thank you. Do you know, I'll move the toilet roll off the desk.
Okay.
Because, you know, we're hopefully getting nominated for a big award now, you know, so just putting that out there. Do you know, while I'm at it,
let's go.
I've done Diana now. R.I.P.
R.I.P. girl.
Yeah.
Move over.
So, we're hopefully up for an award. Have you heard of the British Podcast Awards?
I have. I've seen it. Yes, congrats.
So I'm hoping that we're going to nominate in at least one category, but we could be up for 3. And the shortlisting is happening now. And we are up for listener's choice. That's not everybody will be up for that.
Yeah.
So the other awards are judged. So it's not a voting thing.
Okay.
But the listener choice is a voted category. And I have shared a link on Instagram and Facebook and all that, and I'll put it out there again. But when you see it, if you haven't done it already, you can just give us a little vote on there. And it's 1 vote per email. And unlike other ones, you can only vote once, just to try and make it a bit fair.
Yeah.
Because not everybody is as active online, and not everybody's got tons and tons and tons of followers.
That's it.
But they're still a brilliant podcast.
Yeah.
So it's making it a bit fairer, but you know, some people got 4 emails, haven't they? So if you want to vote, the British Podcast Awards, I think it's .co.uk, and you look for listener's choice vote now, put in the Padded Cell Podcast. Another one comes up. There's 2 Padded Cell podcasts.
There's 3, I think.
Well, it's actually one. I've done 2 separate
One's got 2, yeah.
And I actually contacted them when we very first started out. I said, "Are you going to carry this on?" And they went, "Nah." They did 6. And I went, "Okay, well, I'm doing it." They went, "Yeah, no problem." But it's confusing. So just look for our logo and you'll notice.
Well, we're the only one with a logo.
Yep.
The other 2 is just a black square, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. So I am going to move on to my segment. A little swig of me San Miguel. Oh, thanks for the beer. I didn't see them in the fridge. Were they hidden?
No, the second fridge.
Oh, there's a second fridge.
There's 2 fridges. Yeah.
What else is in there?
There's the public fridge and then there's the private fridge.
What else is in there?
Oh, so the staff
My
fridge.
lunch.
Yeah.
So this come out the staff fridge?
It came out the
Oh,
staff
is this your
fridge.
personal stash?
It is our secret beers.
Is this what happens after 5 p.m?
Yeah,
Just the boys get on the San Miguel's?
I'll never tell.
Oh, wow. So now that we know the secret stash.
Yeah, we fucking bring that fridge in here.
While Jacob's away,
Hey,
the
what's that?
producers will play.
What's happened to the cook couch?
Oh, it's moved to the other second studio actually for the time being.
Fucking
I was mentioning the cook couch the other day to Cordelia's fella. I'll tell you about that later. Right, so if you didn't know already, the production crew came to the party of the night and they had a very, very nice time, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah.
Getting wasted
good.
and stuff
Thank
like that.
you.
It was great. Right, so I am going to start my segment.
Here we go.
And we're going to talk about death.
Shock!
It's
on
been a little
this
while.
podcast.
It's been a little while. I went through a phase of talking about death quite a bit. So I need to change it up a little bit. So I veered off death.
Yeah.
But, you know, every time I do some research, it always goes back to death somehow.
That's interesting.
So I think the universe is trying to tell me, you know, just embrace the death thing, really. And if your subject comes up, just do it.
do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like it, do it.
Yeah.
Joe Pod.
Yep, exactly. Right. So, Kat voted twice. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Oh, everyone said they voted.
Loads of people have voted.
Thank you.
Superstars.
Okay, so I am going to be delving. I've done similar before, but I'm going to be doing a few different burial practices from around the world, and these are nuts.
Oh, yes, let's go.
Okay, so the first one I knew about already. I just didn't know why they did it.
Okay.
And I knew about this from another podcast that I listened to. This guy was shipwrecked and he happened to find himself on an island in Papua New Guinea.
Sick.
Actually, it was him and a partner. And it was an island where cannibalism
Yeah.
was known. Have you heard about this before?
Is it Sentinel Islands? No, it won't be Sentinel.
No.
Sentinel, will it?
No. There's a group of islands. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's actually called Foray.
I don't think I've heard of this one.
F-O-R-E, but it's pronounced Foray. Anyway, so, yeah, I found it on this other podcast and I was like, I'm going to read into this a little bit more. I've heard about it, but why the hell do they do this?
I think I've heard the story. If not, I've heard a similar one.
It's called Endocannibalism. Oh, yeah, catches it. I love the idea of sky burial. Hold that thought, Kat. Don't be sharing what you know in the chat, because I'm talking about that later.
Fucking hold your piss, Kat.
All right. Right, so endocannibalism. So in this area in Papua New Guinea, there's certain Amazonian tribes as well in Brazil, and there's some in Venezuela who do this. It's a ritual which isn't gory. It's not something that they do because they're hungry, starving, or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's actually an act of love.
Yeah.
Love and devotion. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And we're talking about primitive people here who may not have had much exposure to the Western world, and who have practices that have been passed down through hundreds and thousands of years, generations of people, and they don't know any different. So in these communities, so eating the dead isn't like desecration, it's preservation. They see it as preservation.
Yeah.
It's a way of keeping the soul, the departed,
Taking
inside
a piece of
you.
with me.
Yeah. So their wisdom, their strength, their knowledge, their protection, maybe. It's taken with every bite.
Flash the foot.
Yeah, but for these people, the foray people, especially women and children, they eat the brains.
Whoa.
It's like a delicacy. And so the women and children, like, the women and children first, you got to protect the women and children. They get the delicacies, if you like. But unknowingly, they were consuming a deadly protein. And it caused a really bad neurological disease called Kuru, K-U-R-U. But the symptoms, there was laughing fits, and it became known as the laughing sickness, because neurological, it's playing with your mind. Laughing fit, tremors, loss of coordination, dementia, and then ultimately death.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Not from eating a brain.
Yeah. You've not heard of that before?
No.
So by the mid-20th century, which is not long ago, we're talking last century.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people were dying because they were eating the brain.
Fuck.
And the source was directly traced back to this practice. There was no doubt about it whatsoever. And the people were told about it. But the good thing about this is that in finding and identifying this protein that was basically caused them to go mad, it helped scientists understand other brain-altering diseases like mad cow disease and CJD.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So even though it was tragic for them, it was actually scientifically groundbreaking when this happened. So since then, endocannibalism, there's echoes of it, if you like. So they don't eat brains. But what they might do is cremate the relatives and then mix the ashes into a drink of some sort.
Okay, yeah.
And then pass it around.
Yeah.
And so they're still ensuring that the person lives within them.
Yeah.
But they're not eating deadly brains.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's gruesome. Very, very gruesome. But to them, it's a final act of love and devotion to the family member. And they just didn't know any different.
Yeah.
Imagine eating your grandma. That'd be very mature meat, wouldn't it?
Wasn't much of my nan left, to be honest with you. She lost a lot of weight.
Nah, me neither. I had cancer in the end, wasn't it? Left of her.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. So there's a place in Mumbai, in India. Mumbai. Would you go to India?
Yeah, I would.
Would you?
I'd love to go to India.
Would you go to India?
Absolutely, yeah.
I would love to.
So part of me would love to go to India. And I love the culture, the colours, and the way they just celebrate life is amazing. But pretty much every person that I know has been to India has come back really ill.
Really?
Yeah.
Really ill, yeah. And it just puts me off. I don't spend all that money and travel all that way to get Delhi belly quite bad. It's not just like a little bit of the shit people have had. It's been really quite poorly. Egypt as well, both of them.
Yeah, I got fucked up in Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt can be bad.
Yeah.
I'm not putting anybody off going over. It's just what I've heard, and it's sort of made me go, as I get a bit older, I just don't really want to go on holiday and be ill.
My bravest moment was in Egypt. I obviously had the bad belly.
Yeah.
I farted in the pool.
You didn't?
Yeah.
Did the water go brown?
Nothing came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank God for that, though.
But I'd have gone home. This was like 3 days into a month-long holiday.
Shit yourself in the pool.
Fuck it, I'm fucking pushing the fart out. Live life on the edge.
No John's just said, I used to know a curry house in central London that did lamb brain curry. Ooh. Did you try it, John? I don't think I could,
I don't think I...
Right, Mel has just said something which I say all the time. She said she can't even watch the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Monkey brains.
Because the monkey brains. Because the guy goes, "Woo, chilled monkey brains," doesn't he? And he's like, and he just lifts the skull, like, and he goes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway. Okay, so Mumbai. There's this culture of people. I think it is Zoroastrian. And what these people do, they don't burn people, they don't bury people, they don't eat them, they just leave them out to the elements. But there's a ritual that they go through in the process. So in Mumbai is this a hill, and it's got this round structure on it. Now we have got a picture, Dylan.
Yes.
If you want to just get it ready for me. I think it's called Tower of Silence 2.
Got it.
Thank you. So this is called the Tower of Silence. It's like a big, massive coliseum on a hill.
Yeah.
And what they do, they collect the dead. I'm assuming in Mumbai, big population.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of people dying every day.
Yeah.
And what they do is they lay people out in circles. And if your memory serves me right, men on the outside, women in the middle, and then children on the inner side of the circle. And they're literally just like this in a circle in this tower.
Stack them up to decompose.
They don't stack them up, they lie them flat in single file round like that, yeah? And just leave them there. And what they are doing is leaving them out for the vultures to devour. The vultures know that this happens on a regular basis, and you can see them just waiting and sitting off, very patiently waiting for the people to be laid out. Once all the living people have walked out, the vultures descend.
No way.
So why is this? Why do they not just burn them or whatever? They say that burying the dead pollutes the soil. Yeah. Burning them, it's a defilement of fire. So instead, they offer them back to nature.
Okay.
And they say that vultures are like an efficient recycler. So before we go on, do you want to flash the photo up of our Tower of Silence, please? There you go.
Okay.
It's like a big round mud structure, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Now, what you can't see there, I won't ask Dylan to flash it up. I don't know if I've sent it over, actually. But around it is all like other little residences.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I have got it. There you go.
Shit, yeah. Jesus, it's huge, isn't it?
Yeah. But look at the side of the hill that people have got to walk up.
Yeah.
I just think a dead body up there. It'd have to be on a cart, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, apparently...
Oh, a la carte for the vultures.
It is, isn't it? It's like a pick and mix. So apparently there's like hundreds of vultures and they descend in groups. And it takes just an hour to devour an entire corpse. Just an hour. Yeah. After the flesh is stripped, the sun bleaches the remaining bones. And then once they're bleached, they get like powdery and they can just be swept into like these channels around this structure.
Yeah.
Now, in a twist of fate, something happened not that long ago, because they were still doing this up until not long ago. The Indian vulture population crashed by 97% because in the area, cattle were being treated by a drug called diclofenac, which is like an anti-inflammatory.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise known as Voltarol. And it poisoned the vultures. And so it's like 3% of vultures left. And so these towers literally fell silent and the body was just decaying. Just decaying under the sun. Because there's no vultures for them at all. So the Zoroastrian people turned to cremation, but very, very, very reluctantly.
Yeah.
Others imported vultures.
No
They
way.
imported vultures. Oh, have you ever seen a little baby vulture?
No.
Right, when I was looking at this.
Like a little featherless thing.
Yeah.
A scruffy thing.
But they're quite big.
Yeah,
The eggs are quite big. Yeah. I was researching going, I wonder what a baby vulture looks like.
Yeah.
Dead cute.
Yeah.
So they imported them. Others, right, they're like the proper boss Mumbai people. They installed solar concentrators to speed up decomposition, like giant microwaves, basically. Because they had no vultures. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So this has sort of stopped happening really now, partly down to the vulture thing, but also in some locations, because I mean there's residences quite near and you can't see it there, but there are like little towns and cities not far. And it says that residents in nearby apartment blocks are complaining of seeing half-eaten corpses and birds carrying fingers and toes through the sky.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know, dropped one.
Imagine.
Just fingers
Yeah.
in your ear.
So, I mean, it's horrifying, but it's been part of everyday life for these people for centuries and centuries and centuries.
It is what it is, isn't
But
it?
isn't it funny, though, that it's the lack of vultures which has stopped them doing it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Well, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Now, there's a similar practice which Kat mentioned before called sky burials. They use vultures as well, so I'm going to very, very, very quickly touch on it.
Mine.
So, this is in the Himalayas.
Okay.
And on a big, massive mountain. So this is just a hill. In the Himalayas, it's like, it looks like it's at the top of the earth.
Yeah.
It's so high. And with the pictures I've seen, it almost looks like it's Avatar.
Yeah.
It's that high.
Picturesque.
You know, and the scenery and all that, you know, it's just amazing. Anyway, so sky burials, pronounced Jator, means giving arms to the birds.
Literally.
And quite literally, yeah. So, seeing the Himalaya in Tibet, the Bhutan part of Mongolia, and in some Himalayan areas, the Buddhists over there. So the body isn't buried or burned, exactly the same reasons as we said before. So different country, different culture,
Yeah.
same beliefs.
things.
Yeah. They are laid unwrapped, so they're naked completely. The difference is with these guys, with the guys in Mumbai, the bodies get laid out.
Yeah.
With this particular practice, I'll find the name in a minute. There's a name. And these people are like body bashers.
Oh.
They cut them up.
Yeah.
So they don't just like leave them out. They'll cut them and sometimes they'll sprinkle something on I think it's like a flour or they sprinkle something on, and it makes the body easier for the birds to digest.
Good for the birds, like, you know.
Yeah.
Good for the birds.
Yeah. We are. Hang on. Here we go. Body breakers. They're called rogue. Hang on a minute. Roguepars. Roguepar. I'm sure it's not.
Yeah,
it's
right.
not. But that's what I've actually done a breakdown of the pronunciation, and I still can't quite do it. But the body breakers, basically, yeah. Oh, we are. Barley flour. They mix it with to make it easier for the birds to digest. So the vultures just swoop down. There's a mad frenzy. Right, there's a picture, Dylan,
Yes.
of the vultures on a body. Trigger warning.
Oh, sick.
So you can't actually see the body, but you can see all the vultures.
Look at that.
Now, the difference with these guys is it's often just one body at a time.
Got you.
So in Mumbai and the areas where they do the Tower of Silence, they stockpile them. Or there's just a lot of dead.
Yeah,
They do it in a group thing. I was going to be really naughty and dirty then, but I'm not going to do that. So this is just one person and all these vultures on one.
Yeah.
It literally takes them
Cleans them up quick.
no time
Yeah,
to
yeah,
strip
yeah.
the body, basically. Yeah. So similar reasons. They don't want to cremate and all the rest of it. Now, the difference with this one, with opposed to the other guys, is that if the vultures strip all of the flesh off the body, it's a good omen. If the vultures leave something behind, it's a bad omen.
It's because you're a bad person.
Thank you. And this is one of the reasons why they cut the body up first, to make it easier to digest, in the hope that the vultures will eat every little scrap.
Got you.
And therefore it will be a good omen.
Yeah.
And again, this practice has declined because of the diclofenac poison of vultures. Exactly the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So to protect this practice because of this, conservationists have created vulture restaurants. So it's like designated safe feeding zones for vultures. And so where there's high population of vultures, that's where they take people, dead people, to be eaten. So it's vulture restaurants. Within those high concentrations, yeah. But they still will go to more modern methods if need be.
Yeah.
But they'll still try and do this.
Yeah. Oh, the poor vultures. They haven't got
yeah.
anything to snack on.
Right, so before I carry on, I'm going to do a very quick dangly bit. It's not even a dead long one, it's just a bit of a thing. We haven't got a lot of time anyway, and I want to talk more about death.
Okay.
Right. So, the other thing today is National Sunglasses Day. Have you brought your sunglasses today?
No.
Oh, you what?
Keep getting shouted at in the
I thought
Facebook
you'd
comments.
have
Why
your-
is that tit wearing sunglasses
I know, I've
indoors?
I've noticed.
Because that light's like the fucking sun.
I've
That's why.
noticed. So, being National Sunglasses Day, I've got you a pair of sunglasses.
Excellent.
Yeah. You've got a choice.
I'm going in blind. Pick for me.
Dylan can choose. Stay
Go on, yeah.
blind.
Yeah, I'll stay blind.
You can choose the sunglasses
Okay.
that Ryan is going to wear. Don't be looking,
I'm not.
because there's another one. Hang on a minute. Okay, so Dylan.
Yes.
Oh, that one's broke. Hang on. Hold the line.
Holding.
So, you've got a choice.
Okay.
You can either have these ones.
Beautiful.
You can have, don't look,
I'm not. My eyes are closed. behind
these
my head.
ones.
Ooh.
I like them.
Okay.
Scandalous.
Or he can have, that's broke. Okay, I've got another one.
Okay.
But it's like that.
Yeah. That's okay. That's
Okay.
option 3.
Right, hang on.
Do we have a fourth?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to end up with all 4. You know that. don't you?
Yeah. Well, I might just give you them all to wear intermittently.
Oh, okay.
I quite like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I think with the beard it could quite work. Yeah. So which one do you
Ooh.
think we should give
I
to
think initially, let's go number 1.
number 1?
Yeah.
Okay,
Number
then.
one.
There you go.
Oh, my God. I can't even see the monitor.
You can't see the monitor
No, I'd like to see.
because of all the fur.
It's well, no, see what the fucking hell, did you? Oh, I
Right.
can watch on my phone.
So the other one, these are the other ones.
They suit you them.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I'm one of them really annoying
Fucking hell,
people
these
that
Richie.
suits glasses in general, really.
Oh, I've had them on before.
Well, these were from the
They're from
live.
the live. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're happy with the choice?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll wear them, me.
So I'm not going to go into it much, but do you know Do you know
The Muffin Man.
when the very first sunglasses were invented?
1834.
Sunglasses with glass, if you
Glass.
say. Like, yeah, something you can see through.
I'm going to say 1834.
Okay. Quite a while before then.
Are we talking Romans? Egyptians?
No. So, the very first smoke-tinted quartz lenses, glasses, was in 12th century China.
Oh, okay.
12th century China.
Go ahead, China.
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 Every time now I say China, I can't help do it in Trump's voice. I'm really
Donald
sorry
Trump.
because I can't stand the country.
Why do you keep calling it the Chinese virus? Because it comes from China.
China. Right, but they reckon that the very first glasses were worn by Inuits. Yeah. And they were prehistoric snow goggles. Now, Dylan does have a photo of these. And they were made out of walrus ivory
No.
or
way.
bone with the marrow.
Sick.
So those not watching this live version of our pod, you'll see there's I think it's a kid, maybe a teenager, which they've got like a bone thing across their
That's
eyes
cool, that.
attached with something. It's like a little slit. And that is to stop snow blindness. So the sun is hitting the snow,
Yeah,
bouncing
yeah,
up. So the way they're made is like a little bit of a ridge so the sun doesn't bounce into their eyes.
Cool.
Yeah. So there you go. Little fun fact for our dangly bit.
Yeah.
I could have gone on because there's loads of different sunglass facts, but we haven't got a lot of time.
No.
And they were the only interesting bits. So there you go.
Get back to
Right, so
death.
let's get back to death. Another little swig of my beer. Oh, I've got a bit of fur around my face now.
Where's the other glasses?
Just took them off.
Wasn't there 4 options?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a third.
So you can wear the. They keep
they're
breaking.
sexy, them.
So you're going to have to just wear them intermittently.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
So that's it. You suit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. Yeah. There's also these. Now, they're not sunglasses.
Groovy, baby.
But I think I would probably wear them as sunglasses. I'm just going to take off the protective film.
I could wear these as like an Austin Powers.
I think you'd rock these, to be honest with you. What do you think at home?
Ooh.
Yeah, give me them.
Little strawberries.
The goggles.
Yeah, but they've got a tint, so they're like sunglasses.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Do you know what I've
you'd
always
do
wanted
that.
to do? I've always wanted to do a scene as Austin Powers.
Oh, yeah, baby, yeah.
Scream for me, baby!
Hey, they look quite good. I think they're supposed to be kids' ones as well.
Yeah, they're on like.
I mean, if one of your girls wants to keep them, they can.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want them ever again. They've been hanging around my room waiting for a segment to use them on.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
They were another purchase from Benidorm 2 years ago. I thought they'll come in handy for a segment at some point.
They will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right then,
Here we are.
cave burials.
Oh.
Yes. I'm just going to do this one very, very quickly. There's tons and tons of knowledge on this. These have been discovered quite recently, I think, in the 21st century.
Yeah.
Although there were some discovered in some regions elsewhere before then. These are the Aleutian Islands off the coast of, Alaska. I'm really sorry. And they've discovered bodies wrapped in like grass mats or fur, bundled with tools, masks and dolls, like effigies. And they've been just sat in these caves. So they haven't been buried, laid out. Some of them are sitting up
I get you.
like that,
Yeah.
you know, waiting for the kid to come home or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Some of them are sat in families.
A full family dead. Fucking hell.
And because they're in a sea cave it's like an ice cave, because it's freezing temperatures, their bodies naturally mummify,
Oh yeah.
preserving the hair, skin, sinews,
Of
everything.
course, Yeah.
So these bodies have been discovered and they're literally like frozen mummies. They've been preserved really, really, really well. Russian explorers reported walking into these caves and finding dozens and dozens of bodies,
Wow.
but their faces were frozen in an expression, like
No
frozen in
way.
time. Yeah. Some of the
That's
eyes were
mental,
hollowed
that.
out, which would be a little bit macabre, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And most were found sitting upright, staring out at the sea. See, that'd be me. Right, so where I'm on the prom now, there's a bench outside.
Yeah. You'd be
Just
on
wrap me in furs, maybe cover my face. We don't want to frighten people off, and just sit me there like Eleanor Rigby. Have you seen the Eleanor Rigby
Yeah.
statue?
Yeah.
Like Eleanor Rigby on my bench outside the
The Lady
house,
Sea.
looking out on the river forever.
Just like a flogger in your hand. Yeah, why not?
Could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cat o' nine tails.
All the birds can just shit on my head.
And the dogs can piss on you.
Yeah. Right, a little fun fact. So, archaeologists, when they went into these caves, they found evidence of smoke ventilation, suggesting that fires were lit to either warm the cave or what they really think is to scare away evil spirits.
Or bears and shit.
Or birds. Yeah, could come in and eat them, couldn't they?
Yeah.
And these corpses, like the Tarajan people I did ages ago, they dress them and they keep redressing them.
No way.
Yeah. So some of the people have made these discoveries have seen these bodies dressed in updated new clothes. So they've been dead for years, but they've got like fucking 110 trainers on and
modern
all
clothes.
that.
Yeah.
Beads, ceremonial paint. So it's like they're keeping the dead alive and socially active. So there's been like discoveries of people dressed for certain occasions, like festivals and stuff like that.
It was just like defrost the elbow and just moved it on down.
Yeah. Defrost their elbows out. Right, the really sad thing about this, Christian missionaries have been into these caves
There we go.
and considered the practice pagan, and destroyed many of these burial caves, tossing the mummies into the ocean. How fucking dare you?
Wankers. Honest, leave it alone.
Now, do you know what? I'm not Christian bashing. You know, as you all know, my dad's into all that. He's a minister. But I'm like, some of the people that I've met over the years, the most unchristian Christians. Oh, mate, how can I take you seriously now? I need a picture of you. So some Christians, the most unchristian people ever.
Yeah.
And why would you go into what is obviously a burial area? There's dead people, ceremonially dressed, you know, who've been getting cared for. And these fucking Christians come in, missionaries, and they toss them into the sea. It's like digging up graves in a church graveyard and going, yeah, I'm sorry, but you know your tombstones are clushing up the grass. Off you fuck. What is wrong with people?
Wankers.
Quick picture, right? Hang on. You ready?
Yeah.
I love that you're smiling.
Yeah, you can't see this.
You can't see it.
No, I know that you're smiling because you've got teeth in front of your face.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I know you're smiling. There you go. But you don't need to smile because your little thing's got a smile on it.
Oh, sounds so I can just dead eye.
Yeah. Just dead eye, yeah. Right, just a little bit longer. So, hanging coffins.
Oh.
So, sheer cliff face, meters and meters and meters above the ground. Dangling on its face are wooden coffins, perched like birds' nests.
That's cool.
These are the hanging coffins of the Bo people in southern China, and also it's found in some tribes in the Philippines as well. So the coffins, they're literally so fucking high. Like, how'd you get them up there?
Yeah.
Well, like good old-fashioned engineering. Ropes, pulleys, maybe a ladder if it's not that high, and a lot of manpower. Some of them are actually dropped down from the top, some of them pulleyed up.
Oh, okay.
And they're lashed onto the cliffside using vines, pegs.
Whatever they can,
Yeah. Some of them are hundreds of years old. Some of them are fallen. Why do they do it? Basically, these Bo people, they reckon that it's about keeping the dead closer to the heavens, elevated, respected, and safe from wild animals and floods.
Yeah.
But what they didn't bank on was that some of these coffins are going to be there hundreds of years later. The wood is going to rot. And occasionally,
it's raining, man.
There's going to be a top set of teeth dropping down or a femur from a coffin. Yeah. Which is exactly what has been happening.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's obviously communities that live below these cliffs. These coffins are very much part of the community.
Yeah.
It's not like out of the way in like a special burial area away from the family. They want their dead to be close to them, but also close to the heavens. So they're not that far away.
Yeah.
And so these communities have said over the years when they get really, really heavy rain, that they'll find bits of body just dropping down from the coffins. Yeah. Literally skulls, legs, the whole 9 yards have been dropping down, but they're still doing it. Yeah.
It must look amazing though.
Well, it does. We've got a picture.
We do.
There you go, hanging coffins.
Oh, sick.
Now, when I heard this, I thought they'd be vertical, not horizontal.
I thought that, like, literally suspended in the air. Yeah.
But they're not. So, they're stacked there like a block of flats.
Yeah.
But over time, they're not great structures. They're just going to fall to bits, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
And I hate to say it, but, tourists over the years have looted these coffins.
You're messing.
No. And taken bits of body, beads, jewellery as souvenirs because people are cunts.
What is wrong with people? Go, have a look, take your photo and fuck off.
So now the tribes themselves have had to start guarding the sites to prevent sabotage.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very bad. Right, do you know what? I'm not going to do a fetish factoid. I am going to do this last one, and then I'm going to go straight onto our live Patreon next.
Excellent.
Only because we're running out of time, and I want to give us enough time to do some stuff. Okay. So, lastly, have you heard of Plastination?
Plastination across the nation. No.
No. Have you heard of Plastination, Dylan?
I have not.
Okay.
I might know it when I see it.
Is this
You
like
will.
mummification?
No.
No.
Have you heard of the Human Body Exhibition?
You've told me about it, I think.
Yes.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
There's some permanent installations around the world, like the New York, Netherlands, and there's pop-up installations that are all around the world. And the one came to Manchester when our kids were little. And basically, I'm sure most of you know, unlike Dylan and Ray, this was developed by a German anatomist called Gunther von Hagens or Hagens in the 1970s. And basically he turns cadavers into exhibitions, educational sculptures, and basically just fascinating things.
Yeah.
When I went with the kids when they were little, the kids were fascinated. They were asking me loads of questions. Jim was fascinated as well. And at the time I was like, you know what? I could do that. I could donate my body. But you don't have any say in what happens to your body. You just donate it and it's up to them.
Yeah.
There's been some things over the years, because it has been going since the 70s, which has been a little bit risque. I think there was one particular couple in the throes, which is a little bit, I mean, you're dead, positioned in a, So there's been some controversy, but for the most part, it's been a very, very successful exhibition. And what they do is they take all the fat, liquids and everything out the body, and they replace it basically like this like resin type stuff, and it's what's the word I'm looking for? Not animates, because that brings it to life. Deanimates? What's the fucking word I'm looking for? Freezes them in time. It freezes them in time. And some of the bodies are whole. Some of them are cut down the back with their back flayed open so you can see all the organs. Some have been split down horizontally ×3 and then folded out like that so you can see the pieces of the brain and how it all works. There's been lungs that have had lung cancer or emphysema, so you can see literally what happens when you smoke. There's fun ones as well. There's animals. There's a camel. There's a horse. There's all sorts of different things, and all of them are posed in some way or another. And it's just really good for educational purposes. It's very macabre. It's not for the faint-hearted.
Yeah.
It also brings your mortality very much to the forefront. These are real people that have basically been frozen in time in plastic or resin, and you can see what they look like on the inside.
It's crazy,
and
that.
what you're seeing is very 2D. Even though like slices become a 3D, the slices are 2D, and you can see literally through a person through this slice. And actually it brings it home to you that we're just a meat suit.
Yeah, we're just a vessel.
We're just a meat suit. And we all look like that on the inside. And it does make you go, ooh, that's going to be me one day, just dead. And this thing
just a bag of shite
that's being shown there is just going to decompose. And it did make me think, do you know what? Well, why do that? Just offer myself up.
Yeah.
Jim wasn't very enamoured with that. He didn't like the thought of donating to science. I was going to do that at one point.
Yeah.
But you got to have somebody to consent. I'm not saying he wouldn't consent, but he was just a bit like,
Yeah.
And I suppose when you think about it, if your loved one is in an exhibition like this, you go through a mourning process, don't you? Grieving process. But this body might not be ready for a year, or it might not be in an exhibition for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And
Would you go and see the exhibition?
I've been.
No, of a loved one.
No.
I mean, I don't think I could.
No. I mean, some of my enemies, no problem at all.
Cheer them
That's
on.
what a cunt looks like on the inside.
Cut the dick off.
Yeah, exactly. Not too big now, are you, dickhead? So some people, yes. Loved ones, no. Not because I'm squeamish.
It'd just be so weird, that, wouldn't it?
I think it would objectify the person that I love,
Yeah.
and everybody else would be objectifying them as well.
Yeah,
And I just don't think I want to see that happening.
of course.
So if Jim said, I want to do this, well, yeah, no problem at all, love. I just can't come and see you.
Yeah.
You know, leave me a finger that I can bury, and I can come and visit the finger in the cemetery.
Yeah. Leave it on the mantelpiece.
A finger, though.
Yeah.
Joy finger.
There you go.
That's sick. I'm so sorry.
You'd be all right. You'd stick it on one of them massage guns, couldn't you?
I could put his finger on a reciprocating saw like we've got in work.
Yeah.
We've got a drill dough in work. It's not a drill though. It's like a bone of contention within the team. It's a reciprocating saw.
It's a reciprocating saw.
with a dildo like that on the end of it, and it doesn't half go.
I know.
I was going to say,
I want
I
one.
could put Jimmy's willy on the end of it, but I don't think you've seen the very, very, very first episode of the Padded Cell podcast, and we talked about the penis museum and actually what a penis looks like when they chop it off. It's not great, and I certainly wouldn't want it on the end of a drill dough.
No.
It doesn't
Get a
look
cast.
great.
You can cast them now.
Could do, eh? Carlos was shown his. In fact, you saw it.
I did see it.
Carlos was shown his cast of his knob and his balls
I
at
might
the
do
party
one.
the night.
Yeah.
You should. You should.
I might do one.
Just for shits and gigs.
Bring
it
it
on
on.
the pod.
Just have it in the middle of the desk.
Yeah, Joey. I could get me tits. No, me tits. Okay. No, I can't get me tits because they'd be like that.
You have to do your bumhole.
I could do that. You can get chocolate bumhole sweets. Do you not know? Do you not know this?
I've seen the bumhole sweets.
Okay, so not a
Magic
pressure
stars.
factoid. Not a pressure factoid. Let's talk about bumholes. So you can actually cast your bumhole. Yeah, do a little cast of your.
Yeah.
And then people make chocolate bumholes out of the cast.
Starfish.
Yeah. And you can suck on the bumhole.
Let it melt in your mouth.
Yeah. So on that bumhole bombshell, we're going to go. All the people who are in the background, you stay online because we're going to go straight into our Patreon special, and you're going to be joining us for that live. But for everybody else,
Lots of love.
we're going to leave you there. That seems to go dead fast. Maybe the alcohol. I'm not too sure. Or the glasses, I don't know. But if you're binge watching, put the kettle on. We'll see you in 5. If not, we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
And there we have it. Another day made better by listening to the curators of chaos. Thanks for dropping by. And if you enjoyed the show, we'd really appreciate you sharing the Love the Padded Cell podcast with your friends. Don't forget to give us a follow on our socials, maybe some 5-star reviews, and feel free to send us an email to medic@thepaddedcellpodcast.co.uk, or even interact with us on Facey, Insta, and our other socials, because we love chatting to you. Make sure you stop by next week because, as Bowie says, I don't know where I'm going next, but I promise it won't be boring. Catch you soon.